Here we go. Do you want to do the intro again, or are you done with that?
I'm good.
Okay. Okay.
I got roasted last time, right? So
yeah, well, because you didn't. I thought you were going to say something crazy, and then you just did it, and I was like, oh, okay. I was expecting like a kooky thing.
no, I just wanted to make a reference to the movie we're watching.
What did you do?
Welcome to the podcast, pal. Welcome to the party, pal. I literally explained it.
That's what that was. That's what that was.
I literally explained it. You literally said what, and then I explained it to you.
Oh, that might have been cut from the episode because I didn't get it. Whoops. Oh well. Welcome to the podcast, pal. Hello, cinephiles, and welcome to Silver Screen Sips, a podcast where two idiots talk about movies, and today we're discussing Die Hard 2. Just a reminder, there are spoilers ahead for movies and TV shows that you may not have seen yet, so just know you've been warned. Also, Merry fucking Christmas, everyone.
Hey, motherfucker.
And a Happy New Year. That'll be next episode.
Who's Italian?
Do you not know what I'm quoting there? Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, and a Happy New Year.
Home Alone 3. Home Aloner.
Sure. We got to watch those next year for Christmas.
Yeah, Home Alone 3 is actually like my favorite.
I actually really like Home Alone 3. That's with the other kid, right?
Yeah, it's with the blonde hair kid.
Yeah. We don't talk about 4 and 5. Those are.
And Scarlett Johansson is the mom.
She's the. Oh, yeah. Wow. I didn't know that that's who that was at the time because I was much younger and I didn't know who Scarlett Johansson really was. Wow. Anyways, Merry Christmas. I hope everyone got what they wanted. Okay. What did you ask for Christmas, Isaiah? Besides a job. Sorry, I had to. Oh, that was mean. I'll cut that one out.
Money. But yes,
okay,
no, also
so
a job.
Yeah, a job.
Yeah.
Damn. If anyone's hiring, Isaiah's looking to be an OnlyFans creator.
Feet only.
Okay. Disgusting. Not shaming, but not my thing. Disgusting. Well, I hope you get what you wanted. I hope you get what you asked for. Because right now it's not Christmas, obviously, but this episode comes out on Christmas. So hopefully you get what you want. You on the naughty or the nice list?
I'm going to fight you after stating it that way. So naughty.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. I'm going to shut the fuck up now and let's hop into our first segment. Why don't you intro that for me?
This week in Hollywood? The question?
With a question?
It's a question mark?
I think it was this. It's not really this week. It never really is this week. It's really the last week in Hollywood.
Oh, that's what the news is.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan has been accused of possibly being part of a very short street race in Los Angeles. Cell phone video shows two cars. Cell phone shows.
Try again.
Oh, okay. A cell phone shows two cars. I'm not sure how a cell phone talked to you about this, but shows two cars, one of which is allegedly driven by Jordan, speeding together alongside Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, and a dark blue Ferrari crashing into a couple of parked cars, which it crashed, I believe, into a blue Kia.
Poor Kia. Also, that's supposed to say a cell phone video. I apologize for my writing.
That's why I got confused. I was like, wait a minute. As of Friday, December 15th, no formal announcements have been made on whether Michael B. Jordan will face charges or if he is even under LAPD investigation. However, they are investigating the incident.
Mm-hmm. I don't get how I know they're saying allegedly right now because no charges and stuff like that hasn't really been set out, but it's still like, how is it like if it's his car?
Yeah.
And he hit, unless it was like a hit and run type of situation where he never got out of the car during that moment, then I can understand how it's like, well, we don't know if he was even driving it. I guess it just depends.
It's alleged until proven guilty in a court of law. That is how the law works.
Okay, well then I allegedly have gone on the side of a highway.
You know, the fact that I know the answer to that.
Allegedly.
Not proven in court. Therefore,
Therefore,
the record does
you'll
not
never
show.
know.
The record cannot say. But you know what the record can say?
What?
Tell me about Wonka. Tell me what the record says about Wonka.
Well, I'll tell you what the record says. So Wonka right now is out in theaters, and it seems to be doing surprisingly well in the box office, bringing in a sweet $32 million on its opening night. Not even opening weekend. Audiences have bestowed Wonka with an A- cinema score. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's getting more higher than I thought it'd be.
Yeah. Apparently 60% of the ticket buyers for that Friday night were between the ages of 18 and 34. No shocker there because it's Timothée Chalamet. But we'll have the final box office ratings or numbers by Sunday, the 17th, which is tomorrow. So hopefully we can remember to update you guys on it. Or you can look it up yourself. Either one. Speaking of movies, let's talk about what's not doing great.
Speaking of movies.
Yes.
Speaking of what this entire podcast is about, Zack Snyder's film Rebel Moon, which I'm excited for, and this does not deter me, is getting cut down by movie critics before it is even premiered, which is streaming in December 21st. Perhaps the harshest critics for Rebel Moon, currently holding a 26 approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, yikes, comes from IndieWire, which gives the movie a D- grade and dubs it Snyder's worst film. Double yikes. The Guardian gives it a 1 out of 5 stars, triple yikes, damn, and deems it an ugly, unforgivable, dull, and self-serious mess.
That's insane.
Wow. That cuts deep.
That really does.
Yeah.
What do you think they gave Five Nights at Freddy's?
Oh, they definitely gave that a 4 out of 5 for no damn reason.
Yeah.
So I don't trust any of these people.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
The late Matthew Perry's cause of death has been unknown up until now. According to the toxicology report from the LA County Medical Examiner's Office, Perry died from, quote, the acute effects of ketamine, end quote. The exact method of how he took it is unknown. But there's also some other contributing factors to his death, including drowning, coronary artery disease, and the effects of buprenorphine. Okay, I'm not a doctor here.
Buprenorphine. Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay. Buprenorphine. Buprenorphine.
No. Buprenorphine. Yeah.
Any doctors?
But that is used to treat opioid use disorder. So,
that would make sense.
Yeah. The manner of his death was ruled an accident, though. So, rest in peace, Matthew Perry. It's always made me. It's always been bewildering to me when people release the cause of death to celebrities. I get but I don't get it at the same time.
Why?
Yeah. Why don't I get it?
Yeah, why don't you get it?
Because it's someone's private life, but at the same time they're a celebrity, so it's not their life's private at all. But it's just
but
I don't
also
know, it's kind of weird.
The cause of death of regular people is open to the public.
I guess so, but it's definitely not announced as much as if there's no fucking articles written on line about it, kind of a thing. You know what I mean?
Except obituaries, if you're really morbid curious.
Yeah. Anyways, on to the next headline.
In other news, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is hitting theaters December 22nd, a day after Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. Interesting. But the lead man himself, Jason Momoa, appears uncertain about the DC character and the franchise's future. In an interview, the actor stated the truth of it is, if the audience loves it, then there's a possibility. He told ET, but right now I'm it's not looking too good. So, it's not looking too good.
I'm glad they're self-aware. That's saying something.
It is weird though, because Aquaman is technically the best of the DC universe, which is saying something.
I thought Shazam was doing very well.
It is, but I don't know. It's weird. So of the DCEU of the whole Justice League, that party there, because Shazam is the DC universe, but also
its own thing.
Yeah, even though it is connected because Superman shows up at the end of the first one.
Spoilers.
Yeah, for a movie that came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, no, I don't care.
DC movie that nobody really cares about. Shazam is kind of the better ones, but also it's very disconnected. It's not really part of that whole thing going on there. But of the DCEU main people and all that kind of stuff, of those movies, Aquaman is kind of the best one, other than Wonder Woman. The first Wonder Woman movie is top tier. No. We don't talk about the second one.
No, we do not.
But of the movies, Aquaman, the first Aquaman is kind of just a fun time. It's not the best movie, but it's very entertaining and very different than the rest of the DCEU of being dark and moody.
Now, comedian Anthony Anderson has been set to host this upcoming Emmy ceremony on January 15th of 2024. Traditionally, the Emmys are held in September, but obviously they had to move it due to the actors and writers strike. some of the what
to the actors and writers. They won the strike.
Yes, congrats. Yes. Some of the shows up for nomination right now are Succession, which I think is like the leading nominee for its final season.
No, I'm not even surprised.
And other HBO series like The White Lotus and The Last of Us are also receiving multiple nominations. So be sure to tune in January 15th to see who wins. I won't.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen the Emmys. I kind of just like Google it afterwards. The Oscars I will watch, but the Emmys not so much because I don't watch a lot of TV.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I did watch
like,
The Last of Us.
I know the Golden Globes
Mhm.
they're a little weird, but I know what they do. But I guess Emmys is straight TV. Golden Globes is like a weird combination of movies and TVs, and then Oscars is just movies.
I thought the Golden Globes was music.
No, that's the Grammys.
That's what I'm thinking of, the Grammys.
And then
Golden
you got
Globes,
then you got the American Music Awards, and then you got the Country Music Awards because they deserve their own award show just for country music.
That's crazy. We're gonna have our own award show one day.
It's called you get the silver screen sip.
Yeah, we just all drink.
Yeah, you all drink. So you get if you win, you get a big ass shot.
You get just a 4 horseman, and you have to take it right there.
You stand up on stage, you take a shot, and you give an acceptance speech.
Now that's some shit I'd watch. Just a bunch of drunk celebrities saying fucking weird shit.
I like to thank God and my mom.
I want to thank,
I love you, Mom.
in this order, my neighbor, Ron, my sister, who's kind of hot, but we don't talk about it, my mom, and God, in that order.
I feel like that's a real speech.
Because I'm just that fucking good. Anyways, that concludes This Week in Hollywood. You can find all of our sources cited on our Discord channel. All right.
Fucking out of you, huh?
Yeah.
Now tell me some alcohol we can drink on stage, huh?
Yes. So for our Silver Screen Sips awards, no, for Big Blues, Big Brews, we've got a great drink for you today. At least good for me. So for Die Hard 2, we have the, guess what? Die Hard cocktail. Crazy, am I right?
Oh my God. So original.
I know. Now, the Die Hard cocktail comes from a blog called minutebarber.com. So you can find the recipe on there. Minute Barber, yes.
Minute bartender?
What am I saying?
Minute barber?
I'm saying Minute Barber? Oh my God, dude. I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Did you drink before getting this speech? What is happening?
No, I have been out of it all fucking day, and it's so weird. I don't know what's going on.
Hey,
Okay.
Can I get a shave and a haircut and a bottle of liquor?
Yeah. So the minutebartender.com. The Die Hard cocktail is known for its bold and invigorating flavors and has an intriguing history that dates back to the late 20th century, which we know what century we're in now.
Yes, we do.
Because of our last episode.
So that means this is 1800s, right?
Yeah, no, the 1900s.
Good old 1999.
Mm-hmm. So here are our ingredients. We have 2 ounces of bourbon, 1 ounce of amaretto liqueur, which is a nutty, I think it's like an almond flavor thing. I think I had you try it when you were here, but I could be wrong. But it is like
and I don't think I liked it.
It's like almonds and that was something else. Never mind. I thought it was what I gave you. I gave you something else. I cannot think of the name of it for the life of me. But amaretto has like a almond kind of with a hint of fruity flavor.
Hint of fruity goodness.
We have 1 ounce of that. We have 1 ounce of lemon juice, 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, 1 dash of Angostura bitters. That's it. Very simple.
Very simple.
Now, here's how you make it. Also pretty simple. You're going to fill a cocktail shaker halfway with ice cubes. Add all the ingredients into the shaker, being careful with the measurements for the simple syrup and the lemon juice. Even just the tiniest, like more or less, can completely alter the flavor, especially with the lemon juice. You're going to close the shaker tightly with its lid and shake the cocktail vigorously for about 10 to 15 seconds. You're going to open the shaker and strain the mixture into a chilled cocktail glass. And then optionally, if you want, you can garnish the cocktail with a lemon twist or a cherry. I vote cherry. Nice maraschino cherry. Don't hurt nobody. And then you serve and enjoy the Die Hard cocktail. Now, It's quite similar to an old fashioned with like a slight twist on it. But it's pretty straightforward. What do you think?
It is very straightforward. I think it's I think I'll like it. I think it'd be if amaretto is not the thing that we bought, then or that I tried, then I think I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 because love me some bourbon, and this seems like a very simple urban cocktail.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the fucking thing I got. Chambord or something. Chambord. Chambord. That was what it was.
Oh yeah, no, that's disgusting.
Yeah, that shit was disgusting. It's raspberry liqueur, but it was like really gross. Very, I think it's an expensive bottle. It's like it's not that expensive. It's like a $50 bottle, but kind of expensive. But it tastes like shit. So it's not that. So you'd give it a what?
I give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay. I would give this a 5 out of 5. Old fashions are like my number one go-to drink any night, or if I'm even going out, I usually get an old fashioned, or sometimes I'll get a Manhattan. Kind of just depends on my mood. I like both. But this is basically an old fashioned, just with the amaretto, and I think the lemon juice is not in an old fashioned. Old fashioned is just bourbon, Angostura bitters, and usually like orange and cherries in it. So it's got 2 extra ingredients. It sounds delish. I would give it 5 out of 5.
Delish.
Well, that was an easy one. Thank you, Lewis, for that. That was super simple. Super simple, straight to the point.
Super simple syrup.
Nice. Okay, let's move on.
We're moving on. You hear that? Set. We got it. Moving on.
That's a wrap.
It's not a wrap. Not a wrap.
No. Oh, sorry. Martini shot?
Not the martini shot either.
Abby Singer shot?
What is that?
The second to last shot.
Okay, no, still wrong. Still haven't gotten that far. Is there one before that one?
I don't know. I just know Abby Singer was always like, Abby was a director or whatever, and he would always call for the martini shot, meaning the last shot, and it would never be the last one. It'd always be the second to last. So then the second to last shot got coined the Abby Singer shot.
Nice.
Little fun film fact.
Now, speaking of shots.
Yes.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor of today's episode, Shaker and Spoon.
Chicken Spoon.
Shaker and Spoon. It's a monthly subscription service that gives you bar quality. My God.
Yes,
sorry.
Try again from the top.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor today, Shaker and Spoon. It is a monthly subscription service that gives you bar quality recipes and ingredients designed for award-winning mixologists. Did I say 4?
Dude, I don't even know what the fuck you're saying right now. I think you're fine.
Fix it in post.
Okay.
Designed by award-winning mixologists. Their latest box, Rum for the Holidays, features, you guessed it, amazing rum cocktail recipes that get you in the holiday spirit. If you like your very own box to drink along with us, then head on over to shakerandspoon.com and use promo code SIPS10 to get $10 off. Again, that's promo code SIPS10 for $10 off.
Yes, thank you, Shaker and Spoon, for being an awesome sponsor for the podcast. Now, let's move on to Beth's question of the day. I have a great... First off, do you hear this?
Crunching?
That's my Hotel Pass keychain.
Oh, yes.
I love it. Anyways, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to the last episode. Isaiah bought me a Christmas gift, and I love it. Anyways, that really got you.
In Christmas gift, I love it.
I love it so much. All right, here's my question. Are you ready?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, I am.
So we're talking Die Hard 2, right? My question,
yeah.
Die Harder. Who would you cast in a modern day version of Die Hard 2? So we'll just do the like 5 main people. Okay. John McClane, obviously.
Okay.
Holly McClane, obviously. Colonel Stewart, Sergeant Powell, and General Esperanza.
Give me a second. Let me Die Hard 2. I need to look at these people's faces.
Or Esperanza. I'm so sorry. So let's start with the easy, the main character. Who would you cast for modern day Bruce Willis? I'm talking like someone who is roughly the same age as Bruce Willis is in this movie.
He's in his like 30s, I think.
He is, I'll tell you. Here's how old Bruce Willis was in Die Hard 2. He was 35.
Really, I was right. Okay. So it has to be actors who are like 35, like around that age
Yeah,
today.
and they're mid-30s, I would say.
Timothy Chalamet. I'm just kidding.
How old is he? Like 20
He's
something?
he's like 25.
Yeah.
Actors in there. I guess it'd have to be a prominent action star,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Relatively.
Okay. Let's go through a few. Let's go through a few. Okay. So
How about this too? Also, I want to state what we'll do is you'll tell me who you would cast, and then I'll tell you who I would cast, and then we'll go into the next character.
Okay. Then my top picks would be actually, I have a few.
Okay. Who do you
So
got?
we'll go through a few of them. For shits and giggles, I
Mhm.
think Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Really?
I'd like to see him try it. I don't know if they
You
would
want to
work.
see him in a muscle tank?
Yes, I do want to see him in a muscle tank. I think that'd be funny.
Okay.
But also I think he's a very versatile actor. So I do. He's done action movies before, but like not in that type of way. So I think it'd be very interesting to see him try it. I don't think it'll work, but I do think it'd be a very interesting take. Next to that, it would be. Oh my God, it's not Jamie Dornan. There's no way. The guy from Upgrade.
Jamie Dornan? Oh, the guy from 50 Shades of Grey?
No.
That's Jamie Dornan.
Yeah, no, not that guy.
Okay.
Logan Marshall Green from Upgrade. I think he would be an interesting take.
Yeah, okay. I can see it.
And if you wanted to go like a super, super A-list actor, it would obviously be between like Chris Evans, John Krasinski, or Sebastian Stan.
I was going to also say John Krasinski or maybe Chris Evans.
Yeah. So, but I
can see
my
one of them
top
too.
pick for all of it would be John Krasinski. I think he would make an interesting Die Hard.
Like, I 100% agree. I think John Krasinski would be an excellent pick.
Okay.
I think that would be mine. I'd have him. I'd probably do Chris Evans. And then if we're going to go like a little less, what's, I guess, A-list? Is that, I guess, the term we're using?
Yeah.
I would pick like
Matthew Gray Goblin.
No. I was thinking like
Daniel Radcliffe.
No, give me a second. Sam Claflin.
Sam Claflin.
Yeah. Who's in Hunger Games.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like him with a grizzly little beard.
There's a picture of him I have here with a grizzly little beard, and
I think I know exactly what one you're about to send. Yep. Yeah, that looks like a Die Hard guy.
No, Die Hard.
Maybe. I still think John Krasinski is number one for sure.
John Krasinski. Die Hard 2 starring John Krasinski.
We should make our thumbnail just be all the characters from Die Hard 2, but with our choices.
It is a animated drawn cover, so that'll be hard to do, but we can give it a shot.
Yeah, true. Okay. Number 2, Holly McClane.
How old is Holly McClane?
Let's just say mid-30s for most of the, I guess not the older ones. We'll just say mid-30s as well for her. Makes sense to me. I'll tell you who I've got. I got one right now. I got two right now.
You have two right now?
Natalie Portman, for sure. I think she's got that. Because I feel like Holly's kind of got a little badass in her, but she's still like feminine.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like Natalie kind of also has that about her. Like we've seen it in the past. Star Wars. So I think she would be a good contender.
I agree.
I'm also a sucker for Emily Blunt, and I think Emily Blunt and John Krasinski would be a great
they're married.
pair.
Like, perfect.
Yeah.
Like,
it'd be perfect.
I feel like Emily Blunt is the choice.
Yeah. But, no, I agree. I could also see Bryce Dallas Howard.
I don't know about that one.
Damn. Oh, could we see Chris Pratt?
Very progressive.
What do you think?
Chris Pratt is married to John Krasinski.
No, not as Holly. I meant as John McClane, dumbass.
No. I think I like my version better.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Chris Pratt.
No, too much.
He's too lovable. I don't think he could. Yeah, he's
but, like,
too
think
lovable.
about him in like Jurassic Park or Jurassic World.
Yeah, but no, like I think he's too like lovable of a character. Like he has a kind face.
He doesn't have it. Yeah, you're right.
Like Bruce Willis is supposed to be like very intimidating and like he's aggressive and he cusses a lot. If Chris Pratt like cussed in like a very angry demeanor like John McClane would, I wouldn't take it seriously.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, what about Bryce Dallas Howard though as Holly?
No, I don't see that.
Okay, who do you see?
Amber Heard. No.
Oh no.
No, I think Emily Blunt is definitely like the top contender right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
if it wasn't her,
What about like Amanda Seyfried? Mm,
I don't know. I don't think so.
okay.
Maybe, but like Amanda Seyfried for me, just like she always seems like she's like 25, like for the rest of the
Yeah.
entirety of her life. I don't know why, but like Jessica Alba comes to mind. I have no clue why.
Nah, I
It's
don't think so.
yeah, I don't know why.
Nah,
It's such a
fam. Kirsten Dunst?
no, I don't see that.
Damn it. Okay. That's fine.
I'm really
Totally
blanking on
okay with
people,
that.
bro.
What about Natalie Dormer?
Natalie Dormer?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
She's
who
also
that.
in Hunger Games.
Oh,
And she's also in Game of Thrones,
is
I
she?
think.
Yeah, no, Natalie Dormer. Natalie Dormer. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that choice 100%. But she has to have the side cut from Hunger Games.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
All right,
The fucking side cut.
we got Natalie Dormer and
John Krasinski. Great casting. Okay.
And if not, Elizabeth Olsen.
Elizabeth Olsen?
Yeah.
Or you mean Emily Blunt?
No, Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh, I mean, I will literally always cast Elizabeth Olsen in anything.
So I win. Okay.
Next, Colonel Stewart. He's
So
a little bit older.
Main villain. He's a bit
Oh
older.
no, he's about the same age, maybe. Right? When in the movie, it's like he might be in his 40s in the movie. I don't know.
Who can we take serious?
I got a good one. Hold on, I gotta look up this guy's name. He's kind of in a lot of things right now. I wouldn't say up and coming, but he's in a decent amount of things. Jesse Plemons.
Jesse Plemons?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
right. He's gonna be in damn, you're right.
Yeah.
Jesse Plemons, but he plays like like it's funny is because he's played a few villains, but the way he plays villains is like very straightforward and like he's a psycho, but he's very calm, so you don't know when he's about to snap on you as a psycho, and I think that really works for him. I don't feel like that's something that the Colonel would be. I don't think he's I don't see him as like a psychopath.
Well, not like a psycho, but like calm, cool, collected for the most part.
Maybe, but I don't see him doing the action stuff.
That is fair.
I don't see him being naked and doing Tai Chi in the middle of his.
I could see him doing that actually. Okay, so maybe not him.
No, but I think who'd play a good version of that is Luke Evans.
Luke Evans. Why do I know that name? Oh yeah.
Yeah, and if not, Michael Fassbender.
Nah, I think Luke Evans for sure.
I feel like it's Michael Fassbender being naked in his room doing like practicing.
He's a good second. I think you just want to see Michael Fassbender naked.
No, I don't know why, but I feel like that scene has existed already, and that he just doesn't have to act it.
Dude, just close your eyes for a second. Just imagine. Okay, so then who do we think? Luke Evans or Michael Fassbender?
Hold on. We gotta write this down. Okay, John. So John McClane is
John Krasinski.
That won't get confusing on set. John Krasinski.
Yeah. Holly McClane.
McClane is, who did we choose?
Oh, fuck. Something Dormer. What's her name?
Natalie Dormer.
Natalie Dormer.
Colonel Stewart.
I think Michael Fassbender might win.
Yeah, I feel like Michael Fassbender. Yeah, Michael Fassbender. Okay.
Okay, next.
Run a roll. Sorry,
yeah,
I would like to change Colonel Stewart into James Corden.
Oh, God.
Mostly because he dies at the end.
Yeah. Okay, next is Major Grant. He looks like he's in his 50s or his 40s. So around that age, I would say.
So he's got to be older, a commanding presence.
Did you about to say Will Smith?
No, I said we would make him. I didn't finish the sentence.
Oh.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Who?
Chiwetel Ejiofor he was in 12 Years a Slave. He's the main guy in 12 Years a Slave.
Oh, yes, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Him.
Jamie Foxx?
I don't know about that.
We've seen him do action. He's not great, but like he's not that significant. I mean, he's kind of a significant character, but not that significant.
I think of all people, Idris Elba will be like my top contender.
Ooh, Idris Elba's really good option.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do him.
Idris Elba? Okay. Yeah. Idris Elba.
Okay, last General Esperanza.
General Grant. Idris
Esperanza. Keep saying Esperanzo. I'm sorry. Esperanza. General Esperanza.
General Esperanza.
I could also see Michael Fassbender as this guy.
I don't. He would be. There is a dude. He'd probably like one of the actors from Narcos, to be honest with you. So right now, my top contender is gonna be Pedro Pascal. Next would be.
I'm kind of on board with Pedro Pascal. Diego Luna would be good. He's an Andor.
He is an Andor. I think Diego Luna looks too young for it, though.
Yeah.
Like he looks too. Like I wouldn't believe if he came out as like, oh, I'm a general and I ran a country. I was a dictator. I don't think I would believe it.
Fair.
He just looks too young.
What about Giancarlo Esposito?
Oh, he did it in Far Cry. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's exactly who it is. It's Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, perfect. I think that's our cast.
I think so.
That's beautiful. I would watch it. That's a good cast. Now, if only other people could recast like we could. Damn, that's a good cast. Damn. I'd watch the shit out of that. I would watch. That's so hard.
Okay. A little Die Hard.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a fun little question.
Yeah. Lots of thinking.
Thank you for entertaining me and the folks, hopefully.
Yes. Tell us who you think would be a good cast.
Yes. Do you agree or disagree with our picks? Because I don't know. I think ours is pretty good.
John Krasinski, Natalie Dormer, Michael Fassbender, Idris Elba, and Juan Carlos Esposito. Now, okay. But the real question is, who plays the captain?
Which one?
Police captain.
The one that's like a dick?
Yeah.
Oh, easy. Danny DeVito.
Got it. There it is. There's your cast.
There you go. Perfect.
I can hear Danny DeVito yelling at me and being like, get the hell out of my office.
Get this motherfucker out of my tower. Anyways, facts. It's fact time.
Fact time with me.
What do you got?
A lot. I got actually a few facts. We're pretty good.
Whoop.
We're pretty stacked. So this movie is again based off a book. Who knew?
And fascinating.
Yeah, not the same book, not the same series. This movie is actually based off a book called 58 Minutes.
Oh.
So it is an entirely different book, not even connected to the detective or...
Yeah, it's very clear.
Now, for the second fact, it was director Rennie Harlan's idea for Colonel Stewart to do naked martial arts, have a naked martial arts session at the beginning of the movie, and it was not in the script. And so...
Of course not.
Yeah, so he was like, hey, and then apparently the actor who plays him, I forgot his name, he said, hey, can we push it to like as far back in production as possible so that I can get ripped as possible?
You do see a little bit of his dong at some point.
In the reflection, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we were both looking. Okay.
Because when I was reading facts, someone pointed out, they're like, and he was naked. And they're like, really? And then they zoomed in on the mirror.
Yep.
Now, according to John Leguizamo, in his autobiography, because he is in this movie, if you do notice, you'll catch him. His role was actually intended to be much larger until the filmmakers realized how short he was, standing at, I think, a crisp like 5'3".
Oh, he's my height.
Yeah, he's very small. His part was cut down to one line, which was then dubbed over because it happens over the radio.
Damn.
Poor guy, yeah. I mean, what do you call it? I think Rennie Harlan or Joel Silver, the producer, ended up making up to him. They ended up putting him in a movie called Executive Decision, and his role was way bigger as a sorry. Here you go. Which is funny is because that movie's described as Die Hard on a plane. So there's that. Now, all the airlines featured in the movie are invented because no airline agreed to be featured in a movie where the film depicted the terrorist acts happening at an airport.
Oh my God.
Which I don't blame them. That makes sense. I wouldn't want my brand of like American Airlines, despite my reputation being as far tanked as it humanly could possibly be, blown up on television
Oh my God.
in the movie theaters because, why make your terrible reputation even worse?
Exactly.
Die Hard 2 was the first film to use digitally composed live action footage, which with a traditional matte painting that had been photographed and scanned into a computer. It was used as the last scene on the runway when everything blows up. So technologically advanced. Now the tool company Black & Decker paid $20,000 to have their Univolt cordless drill in the movie. However, 3 days before release, they had found out that the scene in which the drill was to be included, which was of John McClane in the vents unscrewing the vents, was then cut from the movie. And they were super pissed off about it, which, after you pay 20
Rightfully
grand,
so.
yeah,
Yeah.
you'd be pissed off. Therefore, they then sued for $150,000.
Damn.
And they won, but it was settled out of court for an undisclosed amount. And I have a feeling it's probably $150,000.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Now, the TV series Mythbusters tested the idea of blowing up a 747 by igniting a stream of jet fuel and rated it as busted because they found out that jet fuel, essentially kerosene, was extremely hard to light in liquid form, especially in a blizzard. And the flames would not have propagated fast enough to catch up to the plane as it did in the movie.
Yeah. I had some questions about that scene as well. So I'm glad to hear that.
It's not possible. There's the answer to that question.
That was kind of my gripe with it.
Now, a TV version of the movie was made for TBS, which is dubbed with voice actors, is notably one of the worst dubs ever in history. Both in voices and in lines to dub over, such as Yippee-ki-yay motherfucker was dubbed into Yippee-ki-yay Mr. Falcon.
Oh my God.
Because apparently earlier in the movie, they had General Esperanza, his code name was Mr. Falcon. So they did that, but John McClane had no clue of any of that information. However, I have a video for you of the dub.
Oh no.
And
I gotta see this.
It's just the best moments, so we're just gonna watch this together.
Okay.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
I love how this Yippee-ki-yay Mr. Falcon is like...
Why does he have also have an Yippee-ki-yay Mr. Falcon?
It's so stupid. Because on TV they have to censor things. That's why the dubs are always so stupid, and that's why you have I'm tired of these Monday to Friday snakes on this something plane. I don't remember what the line is. It's stupid. Yeah. Speaking of censorship, for our last fact, the movie was originally given an NC-17 rating.
Wow.
Because the deaths in the movie were so brutal. So, and the finished rated R cut is because they cut away from a lot of the deaths. So the deaths that we do see are actually, there's more film to them and there's way more brutal. There's way more gore and blood, but they cut away from it earlier just so they can get the R rating. Because if you don't know, for anyone who is wondering, NC-17 is basically the kiss of death for movies.
Yeah.
Because movie theaters don't play them. Like if a movie gets an NC-17 rating, no movie theater, like AMC, Regal, none of them will ever play it. They're not going to risk it because that is just
nobody can see it really.
Yeah, nobody can see it. The trying to regulate that is going to be crazy. People are going to be sneaking it. It's just it's way too much of a headache to deal with. And
a lot of price lawsuits too coming from Karens that are like, my son is terrified now. Like, well, your son is 13 and he snuck in. That's not the point.
How dare you show this movie in public? Well, it's called America, sweetheart.
Yeah, and your son was not supposed to be in there to begin with.
So how about you do better parenting and don't drop off your children at the movie theater and make us babysitters?
I'm getting my blood pressure raised for a woman that doesn't even exist.
Because we all know she exists out there somewhere.
She's out there listening.
But those are all my facts for today.
Oh, very good facts. I liked them.
Thank you. I hated them. No,
okay. I have a question.
Yes.
Is the plane blowing up real?
I don't think so. I think it was miniatures.
It looks... Oh, it's miniatures? Okay. I mean, that makes more sense.
Well, yeah, because like with the fact is they over-composited digital things on top of it. Ours version usually compose live action footage with a traditional matte painting that has been photographed and scanned into a computer. So my assumption, and I don't know this for sure, is that they did the traditional matte painting stuff and the computer generated graphics were not the explosion, but they were overlaying explosion stuff with the planes and stuff. So I have a feeling it's not CGI. This is not CGI, I don't believe. But like the digital compositing is all just like miniatures, I believe. Because like in the first movie, there's miniatures. Like the helicopters flying through the city in the first movie, that's all miniatures.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like miniatures are a very big thing in Hollywood back in the day to do practical effects.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Very hard to find now. Oh, Inception did it. The blowing
Well,
up of
yeah.
so in the very end of the movie when they blow up the
Haven't seen it.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well at the end of the movie they blow something up. It's a miniature. No, at the end of Inception there's like there's this big building on the side of a mountain that they blow up, and the behind the scenes shows that it was actually blue screen and a miniature. I mean the miniature is huge, but like it's not a full on skyscraper.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your facts. Let's talk about the movie, shall we, please?
We shall.
Do you want to go first, or shall I?
You can go first. I don't have a lot to say.
Okay, I have a lot of bad stuff to say.
Rip. Go ahead.
I think the plot twist with Major Grant was very well done. I didn't personally see it coming. Granted, I was like half paying attention to this movie all day. We'll get into that. I thought that was well done. It was kind of like a double agent kind of thing. Those are always fun. I also think that the plane wing fight scene was very good. I think it's the best part of the entire movie. I think that. Say what?
No, okay. I'm going with you. I'm with you so far.
Okay. I think that. Okay. Put a pin in that for a second. Going on a little side tangent. Yeah. Put a pin in the fight scene.
Okay.
We're going to go back to that. I think this whole movie overall just felt like comical. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it felt just like really ridiculous, like the paint room scene in the beginning of the movie. And John McClane is literally on the floor rolling and shooting. It was like, it wasn't like comical to like a standpoint where it's like, okay, whatever, it's an action movie. It was comical to the point where I was like, this is just stupid. Like, this is not entertaining to me. He just looks dumb rolling on the floor like that, you know?
Yeah.
So going back to the plane wing scene, I feel like that kind of action sequence is what the movie should have incorporated throughout the film. It shouldn't have just been the plane scene. I feel like all the scenes should have had that same level of intensity and grittiness and not so comic and like dumb. I think that's the best way I can put it. I don't know if you agree or not.
That's somewhat. I think the movie is ridiculous in a certain sense, and it's like,
well, I mean, it shouldn't exist at all. I think Die Hard should have been a standalone movie, and every movie after feels a little unnecessary. I will probably change my mind a little bit in the next episode with Die Hard with a Vengeance. And we'll talk about that in the next episode. But this one definitely just doesn't feel necessary. There's no ties really to the first one other than them being like, why does the same shit always happen to us? Like, that's the only like part about it that like even talks about the last movie. Also, when he said, how can the same shit, when they said that, I literally out loud said, oh, just wait, there's more. I think too, I talked about this, so I had a lot of trouble with this movie, like being able to keep my attention throughout it. I kept going on my phone. I kept getting up to get a snack or doing whatever, just because I was just like kind of bored with it. I don't know. There just wasn't enough. Like Die Hard, you watch it for action. And I just felt like there wasn't enough. There felt like way too long of pauses in between that I was just like, and like the character arcs or the story development that was happening between the action scenes were just not captivating enough to really keep my attention going. Also, I say this in the nicest way possible. Fuck the news anchor guy. I fucking hate him.
They brought him back just to piss you off.
I was like, dude, you're so annoying. I get that's your whole role and that's your whole point. You do an excellent job at it, by the way. I just cannot stand the character. There's like two other things that I just thought were really ridiculous. Like the fucking ejection out of the airplane was really stupid. I was like, okay, whatever. Also, the other thing in that exact same sequence, Grenades don't take that long to explode.
Yeah, no, those took forever.
That man had a solid 2 minutes after they pulled the pin and released it, like to get in the chair, buckle up, and press or pull the ejection cord or whatever. I was like, dude, these like things like explode in like 5 seconds. There's no way. But yeah, I just felt like the whole movie felt very unnecessary. It just kind of felt like it was thrown out for kind of like a cash grab thing. So I gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
Oof.
Yeah. I give the last one 3.5. So it feels
appropriate.
Justified. Yeah. How about you?
So I agree. I feel the movie is really ridiculous. It's not that it's unnecessary. I do feel like
it's just not the same vibes as the last one. The last one felt more like gritty and like less like, oh, there goes John McClane doing McClane things, you know?
Oh, there he goes again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this movie is definitely a lot more ridiculous. And I feel like the first one had a little more competence.
Mm-hmm.
The Lorenzo, the police chief, I thought his character was super annoying. And it's like, yeah, I get he's like not in his jurisdiction, but also like you're just gonna just because he's some cop that's on the news, you're just not gonna take a word for any of the weird stuff that's going on in your airport. Like, isn't that your job?
Because it has to go with the plot. Duh.
Yeah, so I was like, there's a few good one-liners in this movie.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you, I don't remember any of them, so they weren't that good.
I mean, they definitely rode on the yippee-ki-yay line.
Yeah, but like, I mean,
a lot
that's
in the rest of these movies. I know.
Yeah, so I expect that. But yeah, some of them are pretty good. Not as iconic as the first one.
Yeah,
but
clearly you can't remember them.
Yeah, I can't remember them, so they're not as iconic.
Wasn't it something like where it was like, didn't he say the Esperanza gets out of the airplane or whatever, and he goes, please stay in your seat until the plane arrives at the terminal or something. And then he like punches him in the face or something.
Yeah, something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I was like, what the hell is happening is the scene where they send the SWAT team over to get to the other antenna. I was thinking about it and I was like, this plan doesn't make any sense because they now have a bunch of dudes stationed over there. And it's like, okay, if you really don't want your men to die or like risk them dying, you strap the location that they're trying to go to in explosives. So why would you have a bunch of men there to try to fight them off? Because if your plan was to kill the SWAT team was all going to be up in that little like antenna thing. You could have just blown it up, killed the entire SWAT team, and then had the guys nearby to finish off anybody who was nearby if they didn't kill them. But like from that explosion, it seemed pretty significant that if anybody who was nearby was going to die.
Yeah.
So why would you like leave it the chance that some of your men would get killed? It just didn't make much sense to me.
No.
There is when they got on the snowmobiles, I was like, wait a minute, this is cliffhanger from Modern Warfare 2. But this also did come out first, so I can't say that. But I also can't say that.
Yeah.
And then also, what is up with the Fast and Furious level runway here?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
where
it's
just
going
like
up in the air for like a solid 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was a very long landing strip.
Yeah, so that was crazy. So I gave this movie a 3 out of 5. It's pretty okay. It's an okay action movie. I don't think it's definitely not better than the first one. It's not the worst one. I definitely know it's not the worst one. I definitely have a feeling it's going to get worse.
Oh boy.
So it's not like offensively bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's campy. It's definitely definitely campy.
That is a great word for it. Campy for sure. So
it's definitely campy. That's all I got to say for it. It's campy. It's dumb. It's not as iconic. They tried their best, but I definitely think they needed to do something else with this project.
Yeah, I agree. I say if they just nixed it entirely and just went straight to the next one, they'd be fine.
Yeah, but that's not how history tells it.
Nope. Okay, well, do you have anything else you want to add before we wrap up the episode?
No, that's about it.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for listening to today's episode. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year. Feel free to send in any movie suggestions if you'd like us to watch or review them for our next listeners episode. Then go ahead and send those on in to silverscreensips@gmail.com. We will go through them pretty soon, actually, because we're about, well, I shouldn't say we're about halfway. Well, no, we are kind of. How many episodes? How many movies are there in Die Hard? 5. Okay, so almost halfway through.
Yes.
If you don't follow us already, then go follow us right now on Instagram @SilverScreenSips, so you can get any and all updates regarding the show and any upcoming guests we might have. Of course, we will see you in. Oh shit! We're gonna see you next time. We see you is gonna be in 2024. That's wild.
Wow.
Whoa!
Happy New Year.
This next episode's New Year's Day. Wow, we timed that really well. Yeah.
We timed that really well.
We timed that amazing. We did that on purpose. Yeah, we'll see you guys. We'll see you next year.
Funny. Oh my god.
Thank you. I know. With Die Hard with a Vengeance. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Wait, what was it? What was the dubbed one?
Mr. Falcon.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
So stupid.
So bad.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.